see a blank page. And here's our roadmap that we're going to do. We're going to do a really quick CRM, customer relation manager. Here's Salesforce. Definition of a CRM. It's a technology to manage your company's relationships. It helps you focus on what is a task at hand. You can use it for sales, customer service, business development, recruiting, and very often I find myself on a project and need to reach out to people, and I start in Google Sheets. And this is not necessarily meant to look good. It is meant to be fast. It is meant to get this data in and work with it and then keep track of what you're doing. And it's really meant for sort of small projects that you might have to do press outreach, or you might have to do outreach to do a quick sale. Like you have existing customers and you want to send them a sales promotion by email or some other thing. So this is supposed to be pretty quick, pretty dirty, pretty not pretty at all. We're literally just going to work with names, emails. That's all of our contact information that I have. If you have more information, you can add to it, and you can just add columns as you wish. We're going to have a status column. We're going to have some notes, and again, that notes is like for you to say whatever you want. But the main thing we're going to keep track of are 3 dates. We're going to start date when we initiate our contact with them, the last contact date in which we last had actual contact with them. If none, it'll be blank. And a close date. This will be blank unless we close the deal, if it's a PR we get, or if a customer came in and purchased something, or lots of different ways to close. The 3 things we're going to do in this video is we're going to create a drop-down menu. So if you have not seen how to do that, it's pretty simple, and you'll see that right away. And we'll place that on the status column. And then we'll actually take that drop-down menu. I have another video called Create a Trello board, or like a Kanban board. We're going to create that here as well. Do it super quick. And then from these dates, we are going to create a dashboard where we can count the number of closes, how many exist. It'll also have the last action. We'll take this column and sort it so that the idea is you should be able to add names here and emails as you wish and not have to deal with sorting. Absolutely, you can if you want to remain in the CRM portion. You don't have to create the pipeline. You don't have to create a dashboard if you can sort through that. But sometimes we find ourselves wanting to add names and then sort it in some other way, and I'll show you that. So I'm going to pause the video every once in a while, and so we'll skip in time. If I'm doing something that is rather rote, like I'm going to start entering names and emails and notes real quick. So our headers here, and I will just paste transposed. So we have our headers for our columns. And I'm just going to fill in some information here. I'm going to set the status. Let's say there's to emailed, responded, or replied. Actually, let's say in progress, and then close. So we can even leave this one blank, actually. We can say emailed, in progress, and closed. Pretty simple status, pretty quick status, and maybe there's a few here. We're going to add some names. I'm going to add some emails here and be right back with you. Okay, so all I did was add some names, add some emails, these statuses. Let's say they don't look too good. Let's do this. Let's only put a couple. Now, as we do this, we might want to have a drop-down menu here, right? We have emailed, in progress, and closed, but we don't want to have to copy and paste it. And a funny thing you can do is if you keep all of these without a blank row, you can just start typing. You have a little autofill here. But let's create a drop-down for these. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to just add a new sheet, call it dropdowns. I'm going to add our 3 things. If you have more than this, I have another video about how to use unique here. You can also go unique CRM here and actually take from the second row, so we don't get that status column, and you get the same. So we'll use this, emailed, in progress, closed. And how you do a drop down is you literally go right click and you come down to data validation, and you can use a list from the items. If you absolutely 100% know you'll never change them, you can go here, in progress, closed. But you can also, this creates this, so we have these. You can also use list from a range if you're like, oh no, I need to add to this. what I would do is I would take this whole range, but add a few more so you can always add them. A 2 to 10. So that gives us 9 options. And what's good is that it doesn't show the blank one. So these two look exactly the same, except in order, if I'm like, oh no, closed, I want to put like lost, like I didn't get the deal, they said no, or negated us. You can just go here and say closed, lost. And now go back to our CRM, and this one has it already here. This one, I have to right click, data validation, to go here, closed, lost, save. So 2 different paths that you will have to take to get there. And then this one also, let me so you can copy and paste special, paste data validation only. And now, see, they're all there. If I had copied and pasted this one and changed it, so let's say 1, I have to do that. Now I have to copy and paste each one. If I go here, it's not here, but I have to copy and paste it. Whereas if I wanted to go here and go 1, then I go back to CRM, and all of these have it. So I don't have to do anything. So that gives you 2 options. If you absolutely know you're going to only use something, usually list of items. If you want to make a few changes as we go through this, you can do this drop-down menu. And we might add some, you can add different drop-down menus too. You can have all types of stuff here. All right, so we've done a drop-down menu, and now we're going to build a pipeline, and we're going to do it from that drop-down menu. We have these, let's go back to our simple and closed. We haven't gotten these yet, and we want to create a pipeline. We just want to see visually, where is everyone? Because this list might be 100, 200, 300,000. And right now we can see, we can even sort this. We can pull this out. We can sort this A to Z. But sorting it A to Z gives us closed first. So it doesn't necessarily tell us exactly what we want to do, right? We don't know. We want to see in progress first, emailed, and then closed. And one trick I did a while ago is figure out a way to name these alphabetically and also in order, but that is something you don't necessarily want to do. So a pipeline is, we're going to show, let's say these 3 columns, we're going to show emailed, in progress, and closed. And now we want to see everyone in there, but give me a little bit of room up here because we're going to do something interesting. Do one more. So we're going to do something interesting here that I didn't plan for, but I want to show you. 1 second. So we want to see all of these. So what we're going to do is a filter equals filter. We want to, let's close the help because I'm helping you. Filter. We want name, comma. What do we want to filter? We want to filter that CRM C to C equals B. And what that's doing, if you can't, obviously you can't see behind here, but it says we're going to filter all of the A column, which are the names. And we're only going to put the ones that match C that are true for B3. So we have all these people. And now what we can do is we can use the $sign in front of the A to hold it. Meaning as we copy and paste this to the right, we only want this B3 to change. This stuff we don't want to. So when we copy paste, now we see who's in progress. And see A and C have stayed the same and C3 is different. So that makes it really easy to copy and paste. And so now we see our pipeline. We see, okay, we have 5 people here, 2 people here. But again, we might have 50, 30, 100 enclosed. So what we could do is put a count here, equals count. Now, if you were doing this on a dashboard, which we'll do later, we might want to do a count if. But right now, all we have to do is count all from B to the end of B. That's a really quick and dirty way of getting the count in each one. We can make that. Not going to go through any aesthetics here. We're just going to try to get this done really quick. So now we can look through these, but now we have a count 5 to 10. We can even do a percentage. We can say what percentage are in each one, and that's a really good way of knowing how good is our pipeline. And so you see here we need to use the $sign hold those. We want to change that. So there you go. 20 are progress, 22% closed. Really quick way of getting this information. But we really want this information in a dashboard, which we'll do next. So far, we've done a drop-down menu and a pipeline. And I've even shown you a few of the things we're going to put on the dashboard. But let's create a dashboard. But first, I'm going to take a pause and I'm going to add in some date information. That date information is just going to go here. It's literally like 2020. And once you enter a date like this, copy paste, you have a selection. So it makes it really a really nice picker here to easily change this date once you're starting to work through your customers. You can change this date, but start date we won't want to change. We know we're emailing everyone on the 5th, and then we'll have some last contact date. And I'm going to fill in this information just real quick so you don't have to watch me. Okay, so we have some dates. We have everyone starting on the same date, or you might have some cohorts, like you might have on the 5th and then 100 people on the 6th and then another 100 people on the 7th, or week by week. Maybe this is a week later, whatever your choice is. What you're going to do is basically when you're managing through these people, you're going to want to just keep track of when you last contacted them and when your close date is. Why that's important, right, is because we can calculate how long does it take to close a deal, right? If it's going to take a week to close a deal, then you might want to do some things differently. But we're going to take some numbers out of here. We're going to look at these numbers in a different way. But right now, we're going to build a little dashboard from this. And obviously, your needs are going to be very different than what I imagine here. So you're more than welcome to ask me about something if I don't show it. So dashboard might show, let's do some total contacts. We'll have that number. We will have a number of closed deals in progress. That means like they were contacted and we're dealing them. So like total contacts, and then I guess we're gonna have not replied, and then maybe some other information like average close days or days to close. Also going to want to have a count and a percentage. Then we're also, one thing we want to do from the CRM is we want to know we want to take some action. We want to see, okay, who is like the most interested party? And that's probably going to be the people who we should probably take action on so contacts who their last contacted is the furthest away. So this person is probably the person we should reach first. They are not closed, and they're the least contacted, and we have not replied from them. They are not all of these people who have not replied for some reason are not interested, and that's a different tactic we'll use for them. Actually, we want to know, okay, how many have not replied and who are they? Maybe we want to contact them some other way. So we'll list those, and then we'll also want to list in reverse chronological order or actual chronological order date for the first date of those who are not closed. So I'll show you how to do that. So we'll do average days to close, and then we want to take some action. So this is our action, and we're going to go not replied. We're going to list everyone there, and then we're going to also have outreach, our follow-up needed. And here is going to be different. This is going to be probably name and email, and this is name and email. Again, this is really quick. I'm not really working with any aesthetics here. We just want to get this going. But I am going to make this a little organized here. Let's do center. Okay, for total contacts, we're going to use count all. And we want to count everyone in our CRM from A2 all the way down. That's everyone. Let's do that. Closed deals are going to be a filter. So we can do this a couple ways. We can do equals count if, but I like to do some filter, gives us some more options. We want to filter, just want to count. So let's go here. Let's go this, not. All right. So in order to count the date, we just want to know CRM G to G is above 0. Because if there's any number here, it'll be above 0, and that's a sum. But we want actually count. We want to count all, and we want to make sure this number is going to say 3 all. Why that is because, let's go back to our CRM. I'm counting the first row. So let's go 2, 2, and 2. There we go. We have the number of closed deals. Then we want to know in progress, and that'll be similar except we want to do we want last contact. Now we're going to have a wrong number, but I'll show you how to fix that in a jiffy. So we go here, F2. Now we have 5. But what is the real number? The real number is, we have 5 that we've last contacted, but we have 2 that have closed. One very quick way we can do this is take this number and minus the number in closed. There you go. We have 3. Now not replied is going to be similar. We can go up here. We can actually copy this. We do minus also in progress. And we want to do different column here. We want to start. So we really want to say, okay, everyone who has started, not contacted, and not closed. Here, I'll do E2. Change this to E. Just E. And now, is this correct? So in total, we have 9 here. Let's go back to our CRM and just double check. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have everyone we started and not contacted and not closed. We have 4. We have 3 here and 2 here. So is that what we have? 4, 3, 2. Perfect. Now percentage-wise, we don't need a percentage for total contacts. We do. All we need to do is do 2 divided by 9. We can change that to a percentage. Actually make that a little, 22. Now to hold C3, we put the $sign in front of the 3. And all we have to do is copy and paste there. And that makes it super cool. We can also check our percentages. Let's sum it up here. We can see a sum over here in the bottom right, 100%. So that's our quick pipeline and dashboard. But last thing we want to put together is some action, right? We want to know which ones should we reply to, which ones do we need to follow up on, and we want to make it really quick so we don't have to sort anything here. It's automatically sorted. It's over. We want to know, okay, everyone we last contacted that has not closed date, and then sort by date, but smaller date. I'll show you that really quick. Not replied. It's going to be a filter. We're going to filter CRM and filter A and B. And what do we want to filter for? We want to do by status. We say CRM C2C equals failed. And that's everyone that is not replied. And then we're going to do the same, but for follow-up needed is going to be in progress, right? So let's take this over here and do in progress. But we don't know the dates, right? We don't know. We know we want to say, okay, this person should be first, right? And if I move this around, let's say this is here, it's going to be whatever order it is, but we want to force it. We want to make sure, we want to sort it. So we go sort, and we want to actually see column C. So we want to sort by 3, the third index. So we want to sort by the third column, but we need two things. We need to know true. And is that correct? It's probably not correct because it is saying it is going from Z to A. So we do need to get this filter to F. So we know we have the date over here. And we want to sort by the F column, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 index. So it's a 6 column. And this true and false is saying, do we want to go from highest to lowest or lowest to highest? Right now we're going highest to lowest is false. And if we change it to true, it's the lowest to the highest. And that's what we want. So we want Edith, Frank, Gary in that order, no matter how they are sorted here. And so just to fill this out, we can put the extra columns here. And now we have this really quick and dirty dashboard that shows us who's not replied, so we can reply to them. We can just grab these right away. We don't have to go to the CRM. And we can see, oh, Edith needs to follow up and because we last contacted her. This has been a very quick CRM, and we've done drop-down menu, a pipeline, and a dashboard, all with start date, last contact, and close date. If you want to know more, feel free to email me. And let's get you going. Bye.